Hello guys, this is Exodo and I'm gonna try to make a speedrun tutorial for the game Bugs Begin Test Time Busters for the category All Boss Token or ABT. In this category, the goal is to collect every boss token of the game and then complete the game. This first video will cover the tutorial world Greenwich as well as basic movement, and then the first world, which is the Viking Era. Something you may have already noticed is that I have a strange accent. Well, I'm French, and as many French people, my English is not very good, so please be indulgent. You have to know that this game is not a really famous game even in the speedrunning community, so there are probably a lot of things that are not discovered yet. So whatever you think might save time, just try it, even if it's not covered in this video. You might find something new. Alright, about the game, you can control either bugs or tails. You can switch from one to another, and you can call the other character, which is very practical to avoid backtracking in a lot of places. About the physics of the game, tails can run faster than bugs and is even faster if you spin the attack button. However, you do not want to mash the attack button to spin, because something might happen is that this happens when you mash too fast and you try to do another spin when the first one hasn't been ended yet and you lose time. Bugs, however, jumps higher than tails, which is not always something that saves time. Alright. I will now go to the first world. Well, this is the tutorial world. If you haven't played the game yet, I suggest you just to do the tutorial world to discover some basics moves about the game. So, here we go. This is a door leading to the third world. We are not going to go there. We are going to go to the Viking Era, and we are going to go there by going out of bound. When you jump and you press the action button with bugs, you will dive, like this. If you do this when bugs is falling, you will do just a tiny hop before diving. We call this a dive jump. You will use this dive jump to go inside this world, because there are only a texture, not a physical world here. So we can just go out of bound by doing a dive jump. Once again, to do a dive jump, just jump with bugs and press the dive button when you are falling. Once we are out of bound, this will happen. What happened? Well, this game is pretty strange, and therefore, when you are out of bound and reach the very bottom of the map, you will be teleported to your spawn point. We call this a spawn warp. But we can use this as an advantage, because when we reach the bottom of the map, if our vertical velocity is low enough, we'll just warp to the top of the map, and from there we can go pretty much everywhere we want. We call this a warp. So the first thing you want to do is to go here. You can see that we started the game up there at the clock. You go here with tails, because it is faster. You call bugs and go here out of bound. I failed it, yay. You go here out of bound, and then you're gonna do a warp to go to our next destination, which is the Viking Era, which is pretty far from here. What I suggest you to do is, as soon as you reach out of bound, you keep holding up and left. You can see the cameras moving once and twice, and once the camera moved twice, you release the left button, you keep holding up, and you start mashing the other button. Like this. This will usually give you to a good spot to go near towards the Viking entrance. Then stop mashing and just keep holding the over button to go behind the door of the Viking Era, which I'm about to do. You really need to be high enough to reach this loading zone, because if you are not, you will just hurt an invisible wall. In this game, the walls are way taller than one you can see. Let's just try to go here, and you can see I'm already falling. This fast fall happens when you try to hover near a wall. Well, sometimes. So this means the wall was already there. So keep holding up left, just hold up. You can move the camera to the right, to the left, excuse me, a little bit, and then keep the over button and go up. Something that might happen when you try to go out of bound is that bugs will not have this falling animation and just will keep diving and you can't do anything. This sometimes happens, it's not a big deal, just take control of tasks, call bugs and try again. Alright. If you want to look under you, you can just for a quick moment release the hover button to make the camera look a bit under you. You will go right here at this door, and there you are, you entered the Viking Era, which is supposed to be the second world of the game, but this is the first we do in this category because it's faster. Because of Tweedy. Tweedy will teach us some new techniques, and these techniques will just save time, a lot of time. So we just do the second world first because it's very useful for the Aztec era, which is supposed to be the first world. Alright, I just learned to take bugs with Taz and to throw him like this. This doesn't look to be something useful, but trust me, this will be useful. So now that you've learned this technique, we will collect the first token of the game. There are 4 worlds in this game, and each world has 3 tokens. A world token, let's say a race token, and a level token. We'll first collect the world token of the Viking Era just by going here. What just happened? In fact, this wall is not a wall. There is only a texture, not a solid ground. So you go there, and then you hover and aim to the left like this, and you mash the over button for like, let's say, 10 seconds. You need to keep holding up by doing this. Once you warped, all the 10 seconds are passed. Just keep falling a little bit and go to this place at the top, and you will see the first token. Just collect it like this. Alright, this is not really easy to do, but just keep trying and find what suits the best for you. I usually keep holding over and up, then press the camera to the left, and then mash the over button, like I do. Once you're here, we're gonna do something pretty strange. You take control of tasks and call bugs. You make bugs grab the sledge by just jumping near it. Then you take control of tasks and try to take bugs. This will happen. Bugs cannot move at all. If you make Taz suicide himself, Bugs is suddenly much faster than what it was. When this happens, just go here and call and turn to this tree. This tree will teach bugs how to roll. You just need to keep the attack button, and then bugs will charge a roll. You can then roll for a limited amount of time. This is really one of the best move option in terms of speed, but as you have to wait a long time to charge it, in some place you just wanna take tires and go where you want to go. And this is the case here. Just go here, climb these stairs. Oh, I failed a jump. Here I call bugs because he jumps higher, and so he can climb this quicker. Go to this place, and we're about to do our first race. The shield race is pretty simple. You have to beat these two Vikings in a race. You can take snowballs and throw them to make the Vikings lose a bit of time, but you will not need it, because one thing we discovered is that when you jump in this race, you will just gain speed. It's not that much, but it's enough. So basically just keep jumping during the race, except when you have to make some turns like this, and you will end the race with your token. There's not much to say about it. Yeah, something that might sometimes happen, and we don't know why at all, is sometimes when you hit those... I have to find white. Yeah, those, when you hit one, sometimes Bugs might lose all of his life. Bugs has no HP left, but he's not dead yet. He will be whenever he takes it. So when you have your first token, just leave the race and go to our next destination, the Moon Valley. I recommend you to well, we don't know what is faster. I just likes to roll to the Moon Valley like this, but this might happen. That's why I take Taz and just spin until I go there. Well, in this game, when a character is hit, he lost life and drop a carrot. By hitting the carrot, you can regain your life. If one of the characters die, one more hit. Alright, Bugs is dead. RIP. By chance, you will just go back without you losing any life if you find... I don't know how to call this box, yeah, box. One of those boxes in the level, they can spawn at many places, just walk until you find one. Alright, so, the Moon Valley. The Moon Valley is pretty interesting and, in my opinion, has the best music of the game. In the Moon Valley, you have to turn on 3 switches in order to unlock this door. Let's go this door, and so go fight the boss. You see those stones. You have to walk on these to make the what? I don't know the English name of it. Well, you have to work on all 3 stones. So you just go here, and then call Bugs. With Bugs, we'll try to over there, and then do a dive jump here. This is not as easy as what it may looks, but with soft practice you can get it consistently. So just go there, over the top of this, I don't know the name, as many things in English, and then I don't know what happened. Oh yeah, this happened. I'm facing a bug. Sometimes this wolf will be underneath this thing that I still don't know the name, and so you will lose time. Alright, so just jump on it and then do a dive jump. If your timing is correct, you should land on this. You can see that when bugs try to dive and hit the solid ground, there is this animation during which you cannot do anything. Well, you cannot do anything with bugs, but you can take control of tasks and move by a few steps. This is not a huge time saver, but it's still something. Alright, so jump on it, and the first switch is on. Then take control of tasks, call bugs, and we're gonna do another super speed glitch. So make bugs grab this ledge, take him with Taz, and go suicide yourself here. You can switch to bugs during the falling animation of Taz before he hits the wall, so you can move soon enough. Then you can just deliver Taz, and we are gonna go to this cave. The best strategy, in my opinion, is to go here, call Taz, jump on this platform. Then you take control of Taz, take that box, and throw it here. You can see how this works. I don't have enough English knowledge to describe what happens, but you can see what happens. Then take control of bugs, call Taz, and take Taz again. You take that box, and then there are a few things you can do. What I like to do is take control of bugs, go on this platform, call Taz, and quickly return to this one. What some players like to do, alright, is to call Taz just right here, jump on the top of the box, and then do a dive jump to reach this platform. This is both are about the same speed, but you have to know that if you fail, if you fail your dive jump and fall to the ground, you will lose your speed, which is very bad in the Moon Valley. Alright, so if this happens, some things you can do. Up. Well, I'll cover what you will do anyway, and then I will show you the backup. So let's assume I still have my speed. You go there, jump on this rock, and do a dive jump, which I failed twice. Alright, there is the second switch, and now we go toward this waterfall, and you're gonna hover to this area. If everything went well, you should still have your super speed. If it's not the case, you can call Taz, and here regain your full speed. Once this is done, just climb the stairs, and this is the last switch. Enter this cave. You can, if you took the backup because you lost your speed, you can deliver a Taz here, and then you have to go at this place, which is the boss of the Moon Valley. But before I do that, let me show you another strat. What I show you here was what most people do, which is the most common strat of the Moon Valley. But something else you can do is when you start the Moon Valley, see, this is where you start the Moon Valley, you take control of bugs, you roll, and go there. What I'm about to show you is the fastest strat, but we haven't found any consistent setup for it, so if you lose it, you will just lose time. You can go for it, but you have to know that even the world record, well, the current world record, don't go for this strat. I would just recommend you to do it if you really want good time. Anyway, once you're here, you take control of Taz, and you see those obelisks. There are actually 3 different rocks, just one onto the other. What we're about to do is to destroy one, and then go under the 2 other rocks, which will fall, to make them go where we want them to go. Like this. See how it moved? I don't think this is enough, but now this is done, you can jump on top on it, and if you manage to do it right, when you call bugs might just spawn out of bound, which is not the case here because I failed it. Let's try with the second obelisk. You have only 2 tries. What you wanna do is aim for the two rock left to be inside the cave and near the wall. I hope I can get it this time to show you. Not at all. Well, if this would have happened, what I will have to do is take control of bugs and then over to the second switch, which is jump up there, so we don't have to do the cave. Then let's just pretend I got it. It's too bad I cannot get it on stream. Okay. Okay, so when you come here, usually the platform are in this position. So just grab that box and throw it there. Make sure you don't lose your speed. Alright. So, by the way, if you have your speed, make sure you don't hold both camera buttons, because this will enter this first person view and this will cost you your speed. Alright, so for the first strat, you have to turn that switch on the first time. Then once you're here, take control of tails, you go near the waterfall, you take bugs, and you try to throw it just here. And I failed it, but you see the idea. See, this is why I don't recommend doing this strat, especially for a race, because it's very risky. Let's try it one more time. Not at all. Well, instead of throwing bugs, I will just hover, just to show you what you're supposed to do. Alright, once you're here with stairs, you can just fall up here and switch to bugs. Climb the stairs and turn on the second switch. This second switch. During the animation, you can take tails and just go there, and then you finish by doing this one like in the first start. Wow! Today is not a good day. Anyway, once you have turned on the 3 switches, you have to go there to fight the boss of the Moon Valley. The concept is pretty simple. You can see there are 3 shields on each side of the boat. You need to destroy every of them. To do so, you can take this metal shield, and when the boss throws you a bomb, you can just take it with bugs and throw it to the shield. When you do so, the boss will just try to crush you, like this. It seems like there's nothing you can really do about it, but it's not true. Something you can do is when the boss is about to crush you, you can just go near the edge, so the boss will fall in the water and instantly respawn on the boat. Something even faster than you can do is to commit suicide once again. If you do so, the boss will respawn on the boat even before jumping. But as you have to get bugs back if you do so, I suggest you to do it only when you destroy the third and the fourth and fifth, well, the three last shields. Alright, let me show you. Like this, take the bomb, destroy one shield. When you cannot see the boss, just go in the water with bugs. I think you can do it with us, but it's just an update, I take bugs. If you really want good time, you can try to make it land on the water, like I explained earlier. And then you're back for another turn. The number of times the boss tries to crush you depends on the number of shields you destroy. When you destroy the first and the second shield, he would only try to crush you twice. This is why I suggest you to just go to the ledge instead of dying. For the third and fourth shield, he will try to crush you twice. This is why you have time to die, and this is what is the fastest. For the fifth shield, he will try to crush you 3 times. So, what you can do is you commit suicide, like this. You make bugs respawn, you try to get like this, call bugs, to call that, excuse me, here, and try to get it, and yeah, I got it. This is what is the fastest. Now you can see that there is no metal shield left. Why is that? It's because the shield can only handle 3 bombs before breaking. And I must have failed one bomb to explain something. So if this happens, you have to go back on the other side. Take the shield with you, but you can actually call tests with bugs. This is faster. But this will lose time anyway, so make sure you don't fail any bomb. For example, throwing the bomb in diagonal. This doesn't have any effect. Alright. Once you destroy the 6th shield, the boss is gone. And you just have to collect this token. And now you completed the Moon Valley and therefore the Viking Era, which is the first world. Well, this video was kinda lame. I think I'm sorry, there are a lot of times where I don't know what to say. Once again, sorry for my bad English. I hope this can help somebody anyway. Oh yeah, one last thing, very, very important. Once you beat the boss, make sure Bugs is not dead. You can pause and return to Greenwich, which is the tutorial zone. You have to do so, but if you do so when Bugs is dead, you will softlock, because Taz cannot move. Taz cannot move at this point, and so you can do anything. You can just reset your run, it's over. Alright, that's it. If I find this video satisfying enough, I will make another one for the second world, excuse me, which is the Aztec era. Anyway, I hope this can help you, and see ya. Thanks for watching.